Hello, Cancer. This is your January 1st to January 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm going to use the Morgan Greer Tarot, which I've used before. I don't have the box. I don't know where the box is. It's an older deck I've had, so. And for the advice cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, another deck I very much love. I was trying to switch through decks for a while there, but I finally decided, I'll just do what feels right and stop trying to just mix it up, because it doesn't seem like that's really working as well as I like these cards, and they come through with a lot of information. So I figured, hey, I will keep using them. Okay. And I feel like we got one on each side here. The Strength. Okay. So, for the overall energy for your read for this time frame, we got Judgment in your favor, which I typically read these not upside down, right side up, unless they come upside down, which all your cards came right side up. But, like, I keep them right side up is my point. But if they insist on coming upside down, they will come upside down if they wish to. But this is coming right side up, which makes me really feel like, I feel like this is concern for the future. I feel like this is holding things together. I feel like this is doing your part, feeling like things will go in a just manner if you're able to hold your part of the bargain. That's really what I'm getting from this. I feel like there's a lot of passion. I feel like it's kind of like family feel. It's kind of like family feel. I feel like this is it's stereotypically, for a lot of people, not everybody, I realize, the start of a new year, but not for everybody, of course. But I'm kind of feeling like this, the passion and the harvest kind of feeling like, there's good friendships, good family, things are going well, and I feel like when you're looking at it, you feel like you've done your part to make things work out. You've helped out, you've, bit your tongue when you needed to, you've, given a helping hand when you needed to, you've said maybe some harsher things when you felt it was necessary. I feel like this is the energy we're dealing with right now. Like you're doing your part to keep it together. It feels very balanced, and like you're holding things up and holding things together, not letting people walk all over you, but not being overly critical if you can help it, in the mindset of like, just keeping everybody in a good mood, and it's like it doesn't really need to be said, and everybody will get along better if I just don't say it type feel. That's the energy we have going over the whole read here, which is interesting, because I feel like when we're going into this time, I feel like you got plans going, and things are coming towards you. Things have come towards you in a sense, but I feel like you're kind of like seeing what's before you, things coming in the future, maybe some trips, and I feel like the information is coming to you to be a part of these things, and you're deciding if you can do it and how you need to do it, that type of thing, if you want to be a part of the situation. Not everybody's going to feel that way. Okay, where else are we going? I feel like some of you have a little money left over from the holidays, if you're celebrating holidays in the December time frame. If you're not, there's still a little bit of money around you that you're kind of planning. I feel like there's a plan here. Like there's a plan for this money, and you're kind of like looking to the future and what you want to do with it. You're planning something for yourself and for maybe a couple people that are close to you, a little something. It could be, when I say people close to you, it could be people that you like to hang out with, or I'm getting this weird like work trip, in the sense of like one of those emails goes around work, we're all going to New York City, we're renting a bus, people who want in on it, just email me back and I can get you a seat on the bus for like $55 or whatever, something like that. I feel like that's another thing going on here. So there's a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot of people who watch these videos, so I feel like we're kind of going around with a lot of different possibilities here, but it's definitely something where there's a little bit of money, where you're planning to do something to make yourself happy, to enjoy. Okay. Okay. We're not done with this one yet. Okay, we're not. This seems to be interesting, because what we're doing is we're going in to this time frame, and there's this, he seems to be overlapping a little, and I feel like he's kind of like jutting in, like someone's trying to like kind of rain on your parade a little bit. That's kind of what I'm feeling. and you want to, there's something you want to do, I feel like it might be a reoccurring thing or something like that. But this other person pushing in is like, that money could be better spent. Excuse me. And I feel like this is kind of like messing with your Wheel of Fortune, in a sense. Like, it's kind of like, oh, that's... Like, I feel like it's not, like... I don't feel like this person is wrong to say that. I just feel like you really don't want to hear it, and you're just kind of like, life is meant to enjoy. Why wouldn't I enjoy some of it? Like, there's not that much money. Like, and this person's like, yeah, but we got this, this, and that. You could be spending that in wiser ways. You could be saving it for a rainy day, that type of thing. Which is ironic. Because I'm feeling like there's like an opposing factor. Because this part goes in the beginning. And this is kind of where we're starting, like in the January 1st, 3rd area, like that type of feel. But then we kind of go in a little farther. Like the next portion here is you got another cluster of cards all together, which is the Hierophant, and then the Death card, which doesn't... I feel like this person is contradictory. Okay, we're going to put you sideways because I feel that's weird. Now, the Hierophant with the Death right next to it, I feel like this is just plodding along in the same old way you used to, but kind of like getting fed up with it. I feel like this person has made a good point, and it kind of, in the sense of like you listen to it and you're like, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, that makes sense. I don't need to do that little trip. I don't. I could save the money or do this other thing. Or I almost feel like for some of you, the time frame is the key. Like when that situation comes forward and you want to go on this trip, this little trip, and I don't feel like it's a big deal. That time frame, this other person thinks you should be doing something else either with them, or there's something else you could be doing that would be more beneficial for other people rather than you. Okay. Now, when this... I feel like as we go farther down, there's another... I feel like this is an opposing force. And for some people, it's the same person. For most others, it's someone different. But I feel like it's kind of like a flip-flop energy. Like, oh, come on, don't you want to go? And, oh, come on, let's do it. Like, come on, let's have fun. And I feel like this is almost like a nagging energy that kind of like you're just kind of like, I feel like you kind of walk away from the idea. That's kind of what I feel like. I feel like there's other things you're doing, and you're kind of reevaluating what you could be doing, and then you just kind of walk. I feel like you just kind of like, this is kind of telling me you walk away from the whole idea. I feel like it kind of becomes aggravating to you. I feel like you feel like it's contradicting. Whatever's going on, I feel like this person themselves, it's kind of going back and forth, or it's a group of people or a couple of people, and it's kind of like 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. It kind of goes back and forth, and I feel like it just becomes a little aggravating, and you just kind of walk away from it altogether. Okay. Now, this reading, like, it's not bad, and I do feel like this is, the whole situation is like balancing things out and keeping things up, which I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Feeling like you have some extra money, but not being allowed to spend it. Doing what you feel is right. Excuse me, sorry about that. I feel like this person in the beginning here kind of wins out. And I feel like as that goes forward, I feel like they're kind of like being supportive to you in a sense of like, I think you went along with what they wanted, and they're supporting you in the sense of like, see, you did it the way I said you should, now look how good it is. And they're like praising you for making a good decision, because basically it's the decision they wanted you to make. That's kind of what I feel here. And I also feel like you kind of went along with it to appease this person in a sense. I feel like it was a good decision, and it's like, it definitely has its benefits, but I also feel like it maybe didn't need to, like, I feel like you could have had your cake and ate it too, in a sense. But if you did, this person would have been a PIA, or a pain in your butt, for it. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling too. Okay. But I feel like you do. I feel like you do what this person wants. And the whole reason is, like, harmony, getting along. I don't got the harmony card out here, but that's what I'm feeling. Especially with the Judgment, Harvest, and Passion. I feel like it's kind of like a harmony thing, working with the collective need and stuff like that. And I feel like this does strengthen your bond with that person. Like, things go well. Things go in your favor. It's a good thing. Okay. So it's interesting, because it's not bad. I also feel like this is a time frame where you're starting to, as you move on, like I feel like you completely abandon whatever that is that you were going to do. I feel like you completely abandon it, and you're more into getting into work and organization, which organization is what it says. But I feel like it's more you're buckling down. You're like, it's just not the time for me to have fun. It's just, I'll have more fun later. If you're in the northern hemisphere like me, and the weather is better in May, June type frame, you're kind of thinking in that sense maybe like, oh, I'll wait till the weather is better anyway. Or if you're in the southern hemisphere, I feel like there's just other things, like you just don't feel like it's necessary, like you can still have fun with what you're doing, like this little trip wasn't that important. And I feel like it's going out of the time frame here from the 15th. It's very like business oriented organization. I feel like this is, for some of you, it's very much like getting things at home taken care of. I feel like that's what that person in the beginning, like it's definitely something to do with a work situation, in the sense of like if you feel it's like work itself, like literally how you make money, how you make a living, that's what it's about for you. But if you feel like getting things done at home, like there's projects at home that you need to do that maybe you're kind of putting off, that might be more of a connection for you. Since it's such a general read, I just want to like clarify, like it's definitely like a work feel, like you feel like you're buckling down and getting things done. You've kind of put them off maybe a little bit, maybe not too much, but just a little bit, and you're just like, you know what, this is the time to get it done, let me just get it done. Overall, not a bad read at all, in my opinion, because I don't feel like there's a lot of crazy discord. Like there's a little pushy person here and a little contradictory person there, but overall, I feel like you're holding it together and just making this time a good time for you. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I'll get this reading up as soon as possible, and thank you for continuing to watch my channel. You have a good day.